how to add lights into a weekend service setup. Many times it will already be there, and I'll show you how to check that, but it's not always there, so I want to show you how to do it. For the sake of this video, I cleared out all previous setup lights. So these are currently mapped. If in case the lights don't show up right here, you're going to, on this bar just above the macros on the bottom right, there's a little M with brackets on the far right. You're going to click on that, and that is what opens up our light macro. So if you're on something else, say the audio pads, you'll click on the M inside the brackets, and that goes to our macros, which is our lights. So for welcome loop, we'll drag and drop lights, praise, and worship there because that's going to be the start of it. And those lights just look really pretty for the start. Then we don't need any lights for the side screen announcements or the countdown video. In this case, welcome and announcements is first. So then we're going to do lights, front sermon, lights on. These lights are currently mapped to be only lights on or only lights off. So praise and worship is always just going to be on. Doesn't matter how many times you click it, they will never turn off. Lights, front sermon, lights on turns the lights on. Lights off turns them off. You don't need to have them off if you're like changing between front sermon and praise and worship. They will automatically change that way. So for welcome and announcements, because someone's going to be standing on the lower sermon stage, we're going to drag and drop front sermon lights on to the first slide of it. And then that will stay for announcements. For tithe and offering, we're going to drag and drop that there. Again, because it only turns it on, it doesn't matter that we will already have the lights here. The lights will stay the same if we just click on the tithes and offerings. They won't change. So we're going to continue going down. All songs should have praise and worship as the lights for it. So then that light will be on Living Hope. Then God, I Look to You, we'll drag and drop praise and worship over there as well. For the message, again, it's going to have a sermon speaker on the lower stage. So then we do front sermon lights on at the first slide of the message. Communion service, front sermon lights on will be the exact same one there. The song that goes with communion, we will be changing the light setup to praise and worship. So we're drag and drop praise and worship there. And then we leave that for the dismissal. The lights are good enough to have the person giving the benediction be done. So then that's all that we'll do for those.